Now let's go to the Tampa area. Whether you're talking about a team or an individual, you can say that one of the hottest names in high school football this season can be found in Bradenton, Florida. Dylan Moses, arguably the top athlete in the 2017 class, has joined Rising Power IMG Academy for his senior season. The 6'2", 220-pound linebacker comes to IMG from University Lab in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I started going to their school when I was in the 7th grade. I built great relationships, had great friends, and all of that, and I still talk to them. But, I'm just living out this Florida life right now. I love it, just being out here and, just training, doing everything, I want to do.
With its top-notch facilities and instruction, IMG attracts several top prospects like Dylan who want to prepare for college life.
There's varying degrees of why you'd want to come here, and it's really relative probably to each student-athlete, right? And so, probably first and foremost, the common denominator is just the aspirations don't want to reach their full potential. What's unique about this place is the resources that are just here on campus, right? From nutrition to strength and conditioning to speed and agility, obviously to the coaching staff.
I think it just provides all the resources for them. A lot of times they don't get some of the resources we have here until they get to college. So now they get a chance to start early, so to speak. They get a chance to prepare for the next level and be more ready when they get there.
Me personally, I just wanted to come here and, surround myself with people that, that was on the same level as me and people that had the same mindset and were driven.
Dylan has been a well-known prospect for quite a while. 3 years ago, before he began his freshman season at University Lab, he was on the cover of ESPN, the magazine.
I go back to that experience again and again and again just to relive it in my mind. And I just keep on thinking, it was unbelievable. Out of all kids, it was me. And it just keeps on driving me. It's that inner fire that keeps me going for wanting more.
While some young athletes who get a lot of hype may be arrogant or entitled, that doesn't describe Dylan at all. His humility and his focus on improvement have impressed his IMG coaches.
A young man at that level, all the things he's been exposed to already, sometimes they can tend to get the big head a little bit, but he's been humble. He's been willing to work. He's just been a great student athlete so far.
You have certain expectations of people, particularly high school kids, of their peers because of how talented a kid is. And here's the #1 player in the country who has an opportunity to come in. He could be arrogant, could be selfish, could be a lot of things, right? But he's not. He's extremely selfless. And he's another introverted kid who leads by the way that he sets the tone with examples and effort and all those things. So we're really excited to have him. He's beyond talented. If he were to go to the NFL Combine, he'd finish up there in the top 5 in terms of measurables.
Dylan has played multiple positions in the past, including running back and wide receiver, and he could be a 5-star prospect no matter where you put him. This season, though, he'll be focusing on linebacker, and his new defensive coordinator is glad to keep him on one side of the ball.
Linebacker only, unless something happens where we do need him on the offense side of the ball, but he's predominantly a linebacker, and we're going to make sure, I make sure I hold him very tight so he can't get on the other side of the ball. So.
Dylan is more than happy to focus on linebacker, as it's the position he's most likely going to play in college. Texas, Alabama, and LSU are among the leaders in his recruitment.
Before I came here, they asked me what position I wanted to do, and they said it's either running back or linebacker, and I told them I want to be on defense. It's mainly because I like to hit people. I love that. I love that so much. And I don't want to sound like I'm overly aggressive or anything like that, but, it's just, I like just the schemes and all the different, coverages and stuff like that. I just like learning about it.
Just his instincts. He has good range. He's athletic, can run, and he just has a feel for the game. That there's athletes that have a feel for the game, and there's athletes that have to learn that. Well, he already has that at an early age.
IMG has had more than just an athletic impact on Dylan. He stays focused on his academics as well. And when football is done, he wants to open a training facility of his own.
People say all the time, that football athletes don't be knowing what they want to do after they get done playing in the league or anything like that. But me personally, I know exactly what I want to do. Personally, what I want to do is have a training facility in Houston. We'll be able to, send kids from the inner city, kids from all over the place, to a better situation.
While Dylan seems to have a good plan for after football, it may be a while before he hangs up his cleats.
I want to go really far with it, not just with the football aspect, but, I want to be able to, gain a lot from it. Not just with, what I could do on the field, but what I can do to inspire people off the field, and then, you know, be able to build relationships for when I do stop playing football and then going on.
The sky's the limit. I mean, he can go. He's definitely a kid where when you look at student athletes early, you can kind of get an indication on this young man will one day be playing in the National Football League. He's one of those guys.